everybody, Tom Barnes, Chicago scene, virtually from across the pond of Scotland. I'm here with my friend Mohsen. How are you, sir?
I'm great, Tom. How are you getting on yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm talking music, and you are in this amazing band that has kind of taken the world by storm, Talisk. And I've read different reviews. I mean, I'm talking from like Rolling Stone, across the board. People call your performances a religious experience. People are just fawning all over it. So why don't you tell me about the band, and for people in the United States here, what should they be in store for here?
Well, we've been a band for about 7 years now. And I was saying before, we take 2 off for COVID. So it's about 5 years a band. And honestly, if you find a band that play music faster, point them out to me and we'll try and top it. It's a total, we play traditional music, but it's almost like a mix of traditional music mixed with like EDM. So it's kind of like makes it a bit more current and just makes it that sort of like energetic vibe that you can't get enough of. We try and make it as infectious as possible and try and get everybody going absolutely wild. So whether it's a sit-down gig or a standing gig, rest assured you'll be on your feet by the end, and your old stepometer will have hit the 10,000 that you were looking for hitting that day. But no, it's great. It's really fun, and it's loads and loads of energy, and people go absolutely wild. So like, if you want to go partying and be like, I need to like let loose all this pent up energy that I've had over the last 2 years without being able to go out, Talisk is the band for you.
It's interesting that you say it's traditional meets EDM, which couldn't be more opposite in the world of music. How did that even happen? That's incredible.
I know, because we're a 3-piece, and everyone's always quite surprised by the sort of sound we get from a 3-piece, because you always see 3-piece on stage what seemingly looks like 3 acoustic instruments. People are like small folk band, but we make the sound of about 10 people. So we have like stomp boxes. I play a synth with my feet and have like an array of effects. We've got the fiddle player playing loads of massive octaves and the rest of it. So we try and make the biggest possible sound we can muster from just having 3 on stage without using backing tracks or anything, just all live. And slowly we're like, synths are the way to do it, sub drops are the way to do it, and a massive, massive kick is the way to do it. So it became this like amalgamation of just like EDM music, because we play traditional music, but a lot of our stuff is riff based, and so when you have all these repetitive sequences building and building and building, you kind of just find EDM music kind of slowly coming out into its way. We call it like Scottish slam music.
Scottish slam music. I like that. I've noticed that a few of the newer bands that have come out over the years, they have that massive kick drum that you're talking about. Like a band that comes to mind is like the Lumineers, a folk band, you know, they have that massive kick drum. Even bands like Imagine Dragon have that giant kick drum. It's just become like that sound. And that band might be a little bit more of a crossover too. But what you guys have done though is just something that I don't think the music industry is seeing, because people are flocking to it just because it gives them this. If people have never been to an EDM concert, it is an experience in itself, right? Like it is just nothing you've ever seen. And then you throw folk in there, and it is an incredible experience. Talk about like how long you guys play for, and what people should expect when they walk into one of these performances of yours.
I was saying before, it's just full of energy, and a lot of people say, I think a lot of people see it and see like a concertina, and they've got this like preemptive opinion of what that should be. Do you know when you think like be on a canal boat, sailing down the river, chilling out, playing a couple of folk songs, and it couldn't be further from the truth. Do you know what I mean? Right. It's like when we go on stage, normally we try, to be honest, we try to do like an 80 minutes all the way through, because you can't really build up that vibe having a break halfway through. I mean, you can for certain gigs, but we build and build and build, and the whole thing just starts there, and it goes like that and that and that, and you're not clapping, you're shouting, you're going crazy, you're singing away. And then you've got brought down to a little lull, gather your breath, go get a drink, and then it goes right back up to the end. And it was honestly, before we started playing back, I had to go to the gym for a month just so I could make sure I got through the concert.
Really? It's that much of an experience?
It takes out of me so much. I was like, the only reason I stay slim is because we play Talisk gigs. So basically, if you see me going to a gig and like I've put on a bit of weight, then the band's not really doing well. But if I've not put on any weight, then you're in for the best show.
Right, because you've been on tour for a while. What's the workout regimen? What do you do to get ready for a tour like this? Because you are
Honestly,
coming across the...
You just run and run and run, and every so often have a couple of drinks.
That sounds like my kind of workout for sure. And you guys are here, going to be here in the States in a couple days here. But how long are you in the States for? And not only are you in Evanston, but you're also down in Charleston for people who might be familiar with that area. I believe that's where Eastern Illinois University is. What other places are you hitting up?
Yeah, we're also doing Woodstock on the 19th as well. And then we're actually leaving. I'm actually packing right now. We're leaving tomorrow morning, and we're hitting Alaska. We're starting in Alaska. And then
wow!
I know.
Alaska in February. That's brave, my friend.
I know, yeah. It's like minus 25 at the moment, so it's going to be an experience. We're used to having like pretty much standard, terrible, but not too bad weather in Glasgow. It's always the same. It's never good, never bad, always just a little bit miserable, and we love it. Whereas like we're going to Alaska, man, it's going to blow our minds. We're going to pack thermals and jacket, everything. We're going to have everything ready for these 3 days, and then we'll end up going somewhere else. It'll be completely different because we're going Alaska, then Montana, San Francisco. Like we're going all over the place, and a low down the East Coast, big massive Midwest portion. So we're away for 5 weeks and covering pretty much all the states you could possibly get in 5 weeks. So,
have you guys been to the States before on a tour this big?
We've been maybe, I think 3 weeks is the biggest we've done in the States. We've been over a few times. This is our 5th or 6th time going over. But this is definitely our biggest tour, and this is our cutting your teeth in America tour. So we need all the help we can. Everyone come out so we can do it exactly like we do over in Scotland. It's quality over in Scotland, but I want to bring Scotland over to America so you can actually experience what it's properly like.
Absolutely. Well, I can tell you this much about Chicago. I know you've probably been here before, but Chicago on certain days is very much like Alaska in the winter time. It could be. It could be. It also could be like Scotland, and it also could be, we could have a 60-degree day here in February. It's random. That's how Chicago rolls. But we've had a lot of snow. It's about 30 degrees right now, so it's perfect for you to come in here, experience some of the snow in our big city.
Oh man, I'm absolutely well up for that. We've been in Chicago a few times. I remember the first time we came in, we were just like, what do you do in Chicago? It's like you experience the wind and then go and get a deep dish pizza. And my God, we got a pizza. We had one between the three of us, and we couldn't eat for the next 4 days. We were literally piling out.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, there's pizza. You got hot dogs, beef sandwiches. And then if you want great food too. Not that that's not great. That's great, but some of the best chefs in the world are in Chicago, right here in Restaurant Row or in the West Loop. Head out to the West Loop. You'll find a restaurant where some of the best food you could ever try, from anything from, Mexican, Asian, Italian. We have some of the best steakhouses in the world here. So you should check it out. For people who, you're going to have a good time here. You're going to not want to leave, I promise.
Yeah, I know. It sounds a lot like Glasgow, but just a lot bigger and a lot better.
Our weather might just still be about the same, though. I mean, because it could be it's hit or miss. But for people who want information about the band, what's the best way for them to find you guys and follow you guys?
Best thing to do is to go to our website, taliskmusic.com, and every single day is listed down there. And then you'll also find our album that is just about to come out, and it's out on the 11th of February, which is probably out now.
Yep. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time. It's 3 o'clock there. I appreciate that very much. It's probably right before you want to get your evening started. So thank you.
Oh, well, man, it's an absolute pleasure. Cheers, man.
Cheers. We'll see you.